Political Bombshell, starring Rayshawn Blyden.
The truth lives. Political bombshell.
Welcome to Political Bombshell. I'm your host, Rayshawn Blyden. If you'd like to visit our website, just go to www.politicalbombshell.org. So how many of you robots watched the DNC presentation or clown show last night and listened to the so-called king himself, Barack Hussein Obama? It was hard for me to stomach. I couldn't do it. I had to rely on clips from the internet because I simply was not going to do it. I went for an oil change and I remember walking in there and they had the Chris Matthews show on. I don't even know what, I think it's MSNBC or whatever it is, and I really and truly got physically ill sitting there. I must have been in there for maybe 20 minutes max, but I really and truly felt sick to my stomach just listening to the lies and the hate, and just I couldn't stand it. No wonder they have no ratings. Who watches that stuff? So anyway, I just couldn't stomach it. I really and truly couldn't stomach it. So anyway, today I'm gonna have a little bit of fun. I just want to remind you a little bit of who Barack Hussein Obama is, and I've come across a lot of statements that he's made, and many of you may not be aware of some of these statements, so we'll be playing some of that. I'll be playing some of that. Can't afford the staff, so it's going to be a bit unprofessional. I'm going to have to play it myself, but hey, the truth lives anyway. I wanted to also talk about something that's really serious, what the Obama administration did. I'm not really sure how many of you guys know this. You know, there's one thing that I don't like about us conservative. We're not like the communist liberals. They all band together and they'll stand strong. Whereas we're pretty much all divided, and they're gonna catch us one by one, because, you know, divided you fall. So we really need to just, like Glenn Beck, for instance, and Rush Limbaugh, and Michael Savage, Mark Levin, and what's his name, and Hannity, Sean Hannity. I wish that those personalities would all just really put their resources and powers together so we can just defeat liberalism. Just stand as one. That's the one thing I really wish we'd be able to get over our differences, just so to, you know, have helped the country survive this slot of New World Order, George Soros, Obama, you know, Illuminati stuff. I really wish we would band together to rid ourselves of these things. But nonetheless, I'm gonna put a link. I want you to read about this company. There's a Spanish company from Spain that tallies our votes. It's all digital, and if something goes wrong, there's no trace of who voted. There's no paper trail. Is this even legal? And the company is a big investor of Obama. And, you know, he put a lot of money into his campaign, and that company is owned by George Soros, and everyone knows who George Soros is. If not, look that name up. He's pretty much communist. He hates America. There's no other way of putting it. So let me see the name of the company. Hold on a second here. I'll tell you right now the name of the company. Look up SCYTL. Look it up. SCYTL. That's the company that they sold it to in Spain. It's just unbelievable. Anyway, right now what I'm going to do is play some sound bites, statements rather, that Obama made, just in case you missed it. This is Mr. Nice Guy. Keep that in mind. This is not impersonated stuff. This is him himself. Okay. Bear with me here. It's a one-man show. Okay, there we go. Now, these are statements. Everyone remember, talk about gaff machine. Listen to this. He meant to say insulator, but instead he said breathalyzer. Listen to this.
Everybody knows that it makes no sense that you send a kid to the emergency room for a treatable illness like asthma. They end up taking up a hospital bed. It costs you gave them treatment early, and they got some treatment and a breathalyzer or an inhalator.
This is the guy that's so supposedly wicked smart. Now everyone will probably say, you're picking on him. Everyone can make a little mistake. But listen to what he says here. How many states are there in America? Well, most people would say 50, but not Obama. Listen to this.
I've now been in 57 states. I think one left to go.
So he thinks there's 58 states. 57 and one left to go. Way to go, Barry boy. Way to go. What else do we have here? Many other things. Let's see. Let's see what he did in high school.
I spent the last 2 years of high school in a daze.
What? Did you spend the last 2 years in high school doing what? You were in a daze? Well, you didn't have to tell me that. You gotta be in a daze the way how you're running this country, huh? What else do we have here? Now, anyone who is Caucasian, this is what he thinks of you.
There are white folks, and then there are ignorant motherfuckers like you.
So, wow. Strong language from a president. There's so many good ones here. I don't even know which ones to pick. Let's see. I will go with about his grandfather.
My grandfather was a Muslim.
We all know that, and you are too.
Look, when I was a kid, I inhaled frequently.
He inhaled frequently. I hope you're catching this. Mitt Romney, pure and clean American kid. You can really tell that Barack he's definitely not he didn't grow up in American culture. You can tell the way how he is. He's just anti-American. I don't know how else to put it. He's just anti-American. What else? Some of these are so vicious, I don't even want to play them. Some of his questions.
Is that what you're worried about? Why are you worrying about such talk? Is it true? Why don't you buy a new dress for the party?
Alright, this stuff doesn't make any sense. Alright, I think I had enough of that. Oh wait, he's talking about smoking weed here.
I discovered that it didn't make any difference whether you smoked reefer in the white classmate's sparkling new van or in the dorm room with some brother you'd met down at the gym. Or on the beach with a couple of Hawaiian kids who had dropped out of school and now spent most of their time looking for an excuse to brawl.
Wow. This guy is amazing. I learn more about him every day. What else? Let's see what he has here. Who's
To
the
avoid
sellout?
being mistaken for such a sellout, I chose my friends carefully.
Now, what does he mean by that? He didn't want to be a sellout? What does he mean?
Black folks are savages, and any contact with them breeds infection.
I don't think I'm a savage, and I don't think anyone breeds infection for me. But I just want you to listen to the type of language. This is the man that you voted for. And hopefully you've waken up and you're not going to vote for him again.
Africa is the cesspool of the world.
Africa is the cesspool of the world. Is that why you won't help your brother who lives in a hut? You won't even send him $1, $20 that will improve his life vastly? And by the way, the Obamas have outcasted him from the family? Unbelievable. Just because he wanted to speak to Sean Hannity. Unreal. What else do you have here?
I'm telling you, man, this stuff will poison your mind.
What will exactly? It poisoned his mind, and hence the economy we live in today.
The children who claim to be Obamas are not Obamas.
That's his brother.
I think Democrats are wrong.
Say it again.
I think Democrats are wrong.
One more time.
I think Democrats are wrong.
Democrats. He's too radical to even be a Democrat. You shouldn't vote for him either. Anyway, I've had enough of that. But you really need to look that up, like I said. SCYTL, and you need to email your congressman, find out why they haven't done anything to stop this. This is wrong. With all the illegal voting going on, who's to say that they can't twist the software to make I voted for Romney and it goes to Obama? Who's to say what's going to go on with that? It's wrong because they're a big donor of Obama's, and company owner George Soros. It's wrong. This election is too important. Please. I mean, I read up on it. It's basically saying that it plays a small role and it's done for like absentee ballots and military folks who are overseas. But still, who's to say they're not going to take those votes and put them for Obama where they were voting against Obama? I don't trust it, and you shouldn't trust it either. So let's do what we have to do and help stop this corruption. I'm Ray Sean Blyden for Political Bomb Show. Till next time, open your minds and keep questioning things that just don't seem right. Don't just sit back and follow the crowd. If you know it's not right in your heart and soul, don't just go along to be friendly and just let things go by. Stand up for what's right. Until next time, God bless America.
Political corruption into the nation. A new sheriff coming to town. The politician is about. They're all too corrupted. Political bomb, so come on people, let's go. vehicle bomb, so come on people, let's go.
Take Ray Dog on your party bus.
10 o'clock in the morning, everyone drunk as hell. Hell yeah. This guy wanna battle me. Nah, son, you don't want none.